All right, everybody, welcome back. It's the evening of the 25th of August, and I'm going to do a sort of trade review of the trades that I missed, not because I wasn't on the chart, I was on the chart. I missed because I didn't enter, and I want to be really, really clear with you, and I want to talk with you about the things that I saw, what I saw, why for me it was a trade idea, and um, why I didn't execute on those ideas that I had. So it's a, as you can see, no trade review and a webinar about how not to execute. Very, very important for some um, bitches like me. It's not easy for me to do a webinar like this. It's not easy not to execute on these trade ideas that I saw, but that I couldn't do anything because I wasn't able to execute to click the place order on the broker side. So let's start with the first one. So we're coming. This is pre-New York. This is New York open. So we are an hour before New York open, and we are. I marked up on my chart. This is the key level 1795, and this was 1796-ish price sensitivity area because we had some previous highs on the left hand side that went to 96. Identified this as a price sensitivity area for price to go up, but I also identified this price sensitivity area for price to go down. So when I saw price continuing a bearish trend, breaking a very aggressive bearish candle, small bullish, big bearish closing below, small bullish, and this candle going above and then retracing. I should have entered here. This is not just insight, because it's the trade idea that I was looking for. I just didn't execute. We had a break and retest, and then continuation down. Of course, a retracement here. I'm not sure if this would have been 92.42 with entry 90 is 10 pips with like 10 pips, so it's not yet. I wasn't taking partials yet as per trading plan, so I would have been still inside. But even if it was break even, I would be inside. But then see price reacting and making this new price sensitivity area, which will be important later on. But then continuation down, very impulsive bearish candle to this price sensitivity area that will be important later on. But this was the action of the first trade that I missed, and I should have taken because it was pre-planned analysis, but you guys see what I was looking for. Second trade, right after New York Stock Exchange open. Let me see if I still have this one. No, this one is another one. I had marked up on the chart very clearly like this, around 1795, but also above, sells if New York doesn't break. This was what I had here. Like here I had sells below and buys above. That's what I had. Sells below, managed to get them, but I didn't trade. That's why I'm not pissed off, but it's part of my trading journey, so no worries about that. As you can, I had sells if it doesn't, New York doesn't break. So what do we see here? this, let's mark up New York open here, this big candle. Here, okay, this is New York open, as you can see. We had a big, very big impulsive candle. Okay, I don't want you to cover it though, so if you can please just fuck off. Okay, so you guys saw where New York open here. We had so we were already in a bearish trend. We had a rejection at 1795 pre-London, pre-New York. We had New York open, creating a top week, failing to break exactly what I was looking for, failing to break into new highs above 1796, which was the price sensitivity area that you can see here on the hourly time frame. Here, 1796, as you can see, this was the price sensitivity area, and where I was selling was this previous hourly close. So it failed to break, and I was looking for high risk, high reward sells here. I saw this big rejection. I saw this candle moving down. It moved down really impulsively, I gotta say. No top week. I was waiting for a top week and then continuation down, like here, like it might usually do before going down. But this was my high risk sells that when I saw this candle I should have taken, and then I would have my nice profit. Retesting exactly this price sensitivity area on the left hand side, not taking trades because it was bouncing. As you can see, this is a price sensitivity area. So in this moment, right here, my idea was, okay, sells below this level. So continuation down, or sell or buys above, or 1795 again, or safer above 1796. And as you can see, we got some rejection, strong rejection again here, with a closure candle closing below my level. The next candle retests exactly on the dot, giving 7 pips of stop loss, and then like this is 17, like I think is like 20-ish, 17, 16 pips profit, which with a 7 pip stop loss, it's more than 2.5 risk to reward ratio. We got an immediately strong rejection that brought price up is very, very aggressively above 1795. So here for this trade idea, unless I was taking impulsive buys this was pre the 4-hour candle close, so very, very strong, not something to take. Of course, if I take an impulsive candle here, impulsive trade here, I had like 25 pips of profit, but it's not a trade idea that I had, so it's not charted. But what I had, the idea was, okay, 4-hour candle is going to open, and we are expecting a pullback. We got a perfect picture, perfect pullback here of the key level 1795. Give it a take, which was exactly this idea. I don't know why I didn't enter in this candle. I would have gotten really nice 25 pips of profit, pre-planned, and then the magic happened here for me. And this is what I really liked about my intuition today, but I didn't like about my execution today. Okay, so okay, these are now useless. Okay, so sort of the same idea of, okay, but if we fail to break above, no intraday closures, if we see that there are no 30 minutes, I was looking at the 30-minute candle here to see if no 30 minutes closed above this level. And as you can see, we never closed above 1796 or even 1795.6.0. We never closed, not even the previous one, not even this one. I was saying, okay, this might be the high risk high reward sell place. So the new hourly candle for our candle and hourly candle makes a top week, fails to close above. This is very, very high risk, of course. As you can see, we might have another bounce, double bottom, continuation up. But what I'm starting to see are these reactions. You see that they are not, I get this feeling of, okay, but looks like sellers are more aggressive, because you see how small, look at here in a bullish trend, you see that sellers were strong. These two very, very weak bearish candles started to say, okay, let's see the retest here. So we see the retest. We see small bearish retesting again. Not so strong bullish candle here. This one. And this candle was bullish at the time, but closed not even weak bullish, it was bearish. This bullish almost failed to break above this previous price sensitivity area on the left. You see we are creating a support for the sellers, as you can see here. As they're failing to break above, that's where I saw, okay, there's an opportunity for price to break below, for being high risk, high reward sells. If here, very impulsively, or I was watching it, and this is what is crazy, here, on the block, I was watching it live, and I saw price never broke above, not a single candle closed above. Yes, this was a very, very aggressive week bullish, but where did it close? Below the previous level, below 1795. I really wanted to enter here, or even here, with a very small stop loss. Put it around here, like 5, 6, 7 pips. Could have gotten many pips. This is a big sell that I'm sort of not FOMOing, but it will come with time. I'm really happy that I'm able to see and spot on my own these actions, these order blocks, but it's something that I know that with time it will come. I'm already starting to see live these price points being created, these price points being created here, failing to break, failing to close above, very, very important for my future. And also here we were reacting, at these previous lows, very, very aggressive, like 20 pips above, but I started to see again, yeah, very impulsive, very nice. But look where we are on the left. This way now is not charted, but look, if I just take this one, let me see if I can. No. There you go. Where this is the same line as before. Where did it react? Here, exactly on this line. And I was starting to see, okay, look at this weak bullish. Look at this weaker bullish candle. Not a single candle closing above my price sensitivity area, my area of interest from 2 hours before. And I was there, okay, yeah, looks bears, sellers come back. And then in 2 minutes, it dropped like from 1792, 70 pips. Crazy. And look, if you enter here, you have, if you want to be safe, you give 10 pips. But after this candle, you're already at break even. And this is just profit, pure profit. And this is really something that it's very good to notice live on my own, because buys like this retest of the 4-hour candle was something that Jivan could have called. It was calling, it was something by the book on the trend. But these high risk, high reward sells, I was looking at them on my own and I just failed to execute, but it's fine. You guys know that is just my first few months of trading, and being able to spot them on my own live is already a big win. As you can see, price failing to close, price failing to close, price sensitivity area on the left hand side being respected many times here. If it's not respected, because of course price went through, okay, maybe it's not respected, but if you see that it's being respected, 1, 2, 3 candles, this one made very small top wick and then melted down. And you can see also later on made the same action. 1, 2, 3, 4 aggressive bullish candles. This one gets rejected. At the moment it was above 1793 and almost closes below this candle, then very, very weak. And then you can enter on this candle. This is another profit. And these were my trades that I missed today, but it's fine. Very, very happy to being able to spot them live. And execution will come for sure, with experience, with time, with confidence. So this is it for this. I'm going to do our daily recap as usual